Hey guys, it's Alex. I'm making this quick video today to show you the basic bolt-ons and power gains you can do to your stock Lightning. This Lightning is John Slice Lightning. He pretty much bought it stock, and it was bone stock. Made around 320, 330 stock on our dyno. We put a throttle body, a quarter intake, long tube headers, and a custom dyno tune. It made peak power it made with cold charge temps was 360. On the regular charge temps, it was making around 340, 350. He brought it back. We put a 4-pound lower pulley on it and gave us another 50 horsepower. So this video is just going to break down the dyno pulls, the tuning process, and the outcome of pretty much a basic bolt-on Lightning stock bottom end and supporting mods such as a MAF sensor and spark plugs. Still utilizing the stock fuel system, stock pump, stock injectors. But yeah, enjoy. Thanks for watching. Okay, so obviously you can't just put on a 4-pound lower and go get on it and drive your truck. No, you can't. You're changing the amount of air you're pushing into your motor, so it needs to be custom tuned. So it's already been tuned for idle and drivability. We are now going ahead and make the fuel adjustments for the top end. We're going to pull all the timing out of it, see what our fuel's at, make our adjustments. Once we see that the fueling is safe, we're going to go ahead and slowly give our timing back. And we're going to give it as much timing as safe as possible. So these next pulls are going to be just for making sure the fuel is dialed in, and then we'll go up on timing. Okay, so here's our idle log. See, it's at 14.6. It's pretty good around idle. Idling pretty smooth. Commanding 1141 at watt. And then we're going to pull all of our timing out. So we'll go to spark, waterline. And we're commanding 14 up here, so we're going to go ahead and pull most of our timing out. And we're going to command, we'll say 10 degrees. We'll save that. We gotta lock our transmission in third gear, so we'll go to trans, scalar, gear to lock into 3, switch to lock gear 1, save that, and then we'll load our tune. See what it does. Okay, this is gonna be our first pull to make sure the fueling is in the safe margin. Pretty much if it's above 12, we're gonna let off. We don't want to hurt this thing, so we're shooting for 11.4.1. That's our commanding. Stock commanding is around 12. To make the tune a little bit safer, we want a little bit richer, so it's gonna be 11.4. Just personal preference, you know, every tuner's different. So some tuners might leave it at 12, some tuners might leave it at 11.8. Some people will go 11.2. So we're data logging right here, and we've got our dyno over here. So this is boost. Right now it's in pounds per square inch, and yeah, so let's do this thing. Made 367 horsepower, and our boost pressure was at 14 almost all the way. So it's at 10 degrees right now. It's real safe, and it already made what, 17 more horsepower than what it did with the other 4-pound. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the fueling a little bit more. It's almost there. It's just a little bit too rich on some spots, and then I'm gonna give it some more timing. We'll see what it does. Okay, so far I have leaned it out just a little bit. It was actually at 10.9 on that one spot of the pull. We're gonna pick that up just a little bit. Okay, so we made a couple adjustments to our fueling, and we went ahead and gave it 2 more degrees. So being that it was a little bit too rich on some spots, we're gonna get a little bit more power just by leaning it out just a little bit, and we're also gonna get more power giving it 2 degrees. And loading the file now, and we'll see what it does. This is our second pull, second revision. Got about maybe 6-7 horsepower per degree that I added. It likes it, so we're gonna go ahead and make a little bit more fuel adjustments. I know it looks perfect, but it's still a little bit too rich on some parts, and I'm just pretty strict on my fueling, so we're gonna make adjustments and then go ahead and give it 2 more degrees. That'll put us at 14 degrees, which is usually around how I leave it on stock bottom ends, and we'll see what it makes. And then maybe we'll go up to 16 degrees and see what it would make as if it was a race tune on it. Alright, so we made a couple fuel adjustments. Our timing is at 14 degrees. Boost level is at 14 degrees also. And we're going to make our pull, see how much more power it picked up. Starting to lean out on the end there, and it's not really making changes, so we're gonna have to check our fuel pressure on the next pull. But it made 390, 500 torque. So let's check that out and see what's going on. Maybe we're running out of fuel pump. So with the lightnings, when the charge temps get too hot, they pull timing. We put a bag of ice in it. The charge temps got up to around 130, so it pulled about a degree of timing, which is normal. So we went ahead and put ice in the ice box, and we hooked up our fuel pressure gauge to make sure our fueling is right. Alright, so we loaded up that file, we made a pull, and it was pulling timing because the charge temps were getting a little bit too high, which is around 130. So it was pulling a degree, so it wasn't an accurate test. We put a bag of ice in the ice box, and we'll see what it really makes now. Made 396 with the 14 degrees. It probably didn't pull timing that time because it made more power. So yeah, it stayed right at 14. But let's go ahead and give it some more timing and see if we can get it over 400. Okay, so the charge temps on that last pull was about 100 degrees. I'm not gonna give it more timing because it was already adding timing, because it was adding it because the charge temps were getting a little bit cooler. So it peaked at 15 on that last pull because the cooler charge temp. So we're gonna go ahead and we put another bag of ice in it, and that should give us some better charge temps, and the computer itself will give itself more timing, and we'll see if that's enough to break it over 400. Yep, so 402, that's what it makes. And all this truck has is headers, quarter intake, and a 4-pound lower, and supporting mods like a V8 2600 MAV, but stock injectors, stock fuel pump. Fuel pressure is staying nice and high, so that's not a worry to us. Our air to fuel is 11.4, so we could probably give it. It'll probably make more power if I go ahead and command 12, but we're gonna leave this how it is and make it nice and safe. And she's ready for the road. So first, on the last time we did the headers and throttle body, it made 351, and then we put the 4-pound lower on. Took all the timing out of it to make some fuel adjustments, and then it made, it's loading, 367. Then I made some fuel adjustments and gave it 2 more degrees. It made 380. And then I went ahead and made some more fuel adjustments and gave it 2 more degrees to put it at 14. And it made only 390. So it picked up only 9 horsepower off that 2 degrees because the charge temps were getting a little bit too high. So we iced it down with a bag of ice to drop the charge temps from 120 to around 80 degrees. And it made 402 horsepower and 511 torque on 14 degrees.
Some good numbers.
So not bad for just three simple bolt-ons, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sums it up, guys.